Okay, we are back, but I don't really know if it's probably going to be underneath the new thing, honestly, because it's
I'm waiting for it to come back up. It just fired itself back up. I think it's playing the original beginning.
yeah,
No,
it's
it's playing episode 53.
yeah, it switched itself over to the old stuff to a different one now, so I gotta change the title as well. Um, okay, well, what the all downhill? I think I
You're
called it.
back up and you're on 55.
You're back up and you're on 55, she says.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. 60. No, not 65. 60. And there's no thumbnail, but I'll get that right there, and we're good. We should be going. We should be good. All right. Well, that sucks. I know I had someone in the chat of the previous one. Oh, that was you.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, that's good. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we got that now live, so we're back up. Sorry for those who. We'll just start from the beginning here and just start this a whole new one. I'm just gonna just go real quick. BearThought podcast every 5 o'clock Central PSC time. Be sure to be here live. If you want to check it out at Grumpy B Gaming or not Grumpy B at BearThoughts on here on YouTube at 5 o'clock Central PSC time. The GoFundMe is still down below. Time for the for closing out has moved out. And Koro's job is, well, it's a job. It goes up and down in days of difficulties and days of just straight up just, why am I here? So, short and sweet, God given.
Yeah, it's weird, but like I said, it doesn't help with the harboring of negative feelings. I mean, you can't help but feel a little negative when someone else gets to chill at home and work, and you have to come into the office, but it is what it is. So there's no use in crying about it. I mean, we have one guy that feels so strongly about it, which is weird because he's one of the few people that could completely work from home, that he's coming into the office anyway. He's like, screw that. That's not fair. It's not right. I'm not going to be a part of it. So that's pretty much work right now.
I'm kind of confused though, won't lie to you, if their job entitles or has entitled some other preference or other physical things that they do need to be there, and those physical things are things that, let's say, would help other departments in their same job. Let's say in your case, repairing or fixing a multitude of different computers. They should be there physically, even if the job does not require it all the time. It is not like, hey, you'll know when you need it. It's just
right.
You just need to be there so when it does happen.
The crappy part of it is that very reason is why it's a hybrid work session where they're doing 2 in the office, 3 out.
Yeah.
But the problem is by setting a set schedule, it doesn't help that matter, because what if the out of office day is the day I need them to be there?
Mm-hmm. The one day.
That shit, it changes, it fluctuates. So, some of them are complaining that, their drive is, 35, 45 minutes to work and 35, 45 minutes to home. But as the head of our department was so poignantly pointed out, you knew how far it was when you took the job.
True.
So, and in one of the guys' cases, he literally lives as close to the plant as I do. So he didn't have an excuse, but it is what it is, and that's all I'm going to say about that topic. What I'm really, really, really jazzed up for is there are possibly some Genshin cards in the future if I can get everything worked out. I was able to find some good references for the backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more about finding how I want characters posed, I guess would be the best way to say it. for the card. Not a project that's at the forefront of everything that I'm doing. It is just something that's on the side, but it has been considered for those of you that know I make cards, and I am every once in a while looking into it. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned, pay attention. Might not be real soon, but could be. It could be, middle of this upcoming year.
Well, I hope that looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look, and packing up everything. Literally, the last room we got to work on is this room, and I already got some of it done clearly by this shelf. It's pretty much empty, but I'm not looking forward to packing up anymore. And then, as Corvo brought up before the stream, unpacking all of it afterwards. Not going to be something I'm entirely looking for especially after all the work getting this one just, like nice and set up, in my opinion. And
if you're smart, you will take pictures of every shelf.
Yeah. How good are you with wall ports?
When you say how good, what are you referring to? Ports need to be put in? Or
yes, because I have a box I bought from a store that somebody, like either company or whatnot, threw it away or gave it away, and it's a big old box of 100 feet or 100 whatever. It's really like a lot of Ethernet cords, and I want to just go ahead and just like Cat 5. I don't have Cat 6. The entire house.
It depends on the construction of the house. It's not terribly difficult if it's let's say a wooden structure.
Mm-hmm.
If the walls are primarily wood and there's clearance in either the attic or underneath the house, it's not too terrible.
Okay, there's clearance in the attic, and only one room, as you well know, is wooden. And that would be the only room that we would have difficulty. But I want to get one, at least in the main flow of the house. Like bedroom, office, living room, and that's it.
Well, the biggest thing to do is know where you want the jacks,
mm-hmm.
and then it's more like looking to see where you have the availability. So if there's clearance in the attic, and you want it on a specific wall, you need to find the top of that wall in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get between and preferably next to one of the studs. Drill you a pilot hole, and then drill you another one down down underneath where you want the box to be. Cut it out, and then you can run your cable down to it and mount a box. It's not super difficult. It just takes some planning. It takes longer to plan it than it does to actual do it.
Gotcha. If I could, I would like to get one of those like wall mounts that doesn't need to be nailed to a piece of wood, and just like have like it kind of like flares out, right, and then holds onto the wall snugly with the front plate.
Yeah, they've got some of those. They also have the ones that the box itself attaches itself to whatever material, whether it be sheetrock, paneling, wood, whatever.
All right, well, that's something that we could, possibly look at when you come and hopefully visit us. Hopefully that would be nice, and hopefully it's going to be fun but yet relaxing. I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, if I get to get over there to visit and stuff, and everything goes through with the house, even if we can't do the work, I can help you plan it out and show you what you need to do, so that you're not in the dark trying to do it, because it's not super complicated. Like I said, it takes longer to plan it than it does for you to do it. Biggest thing's gonna be, whatever Ethernet cable you route, the end that the box is going to be on is not the difficult end. It's the end that comes out and goes to your router that's the difficult one, because you're going to have multiple wires coming out of that location to that router.
Yeah.
Switch. So that's the difficult end, and knowing where to place that and where and how you want to route it is the biggest thing. But like I said, I used to be an industrial electrician. I ran everything from yeah, power cables to network cables on the daily. That's what I did all day, every day. So I can help you plan that out. That's not a problem.
Gotcha. Because I'm looking at one right now that can. Because we're pretty sure ours is going to be. It's not going to be Comcast. It's going to be Spectrum, and Spectrum is cable internet, not dial or phone internet, whatever you call it.
Right. Right.
So I've already found one that has like 4 ports on it, and then the cable cord spotted. So I can just take the part where the cable cord is going to be coming out of the wall, and just change out that port, put the Ethernet one in it, plug in the cords behind it when I drop it down to it, so they go straight to the modem as well. And then those 4 cords will go at the house, and hopefully I can find a way of splitting some cords just in case I want to have 2 ports somewhere. I don't know how well that would work, but it's just a thought. It's just me and my wife has definitely been, even though we don't own the home yet, and we don't very much have the means to have it just yet, but we're planning a lot of gooses before the legs even hatch. I know that's a
we can like I said, we can work it out. You get the home and I'll help you plan it. That's not an issue. I mean, speaking of homes, guess what weekend it is for me? It's clean weekend.
Clean.
Yay.
Spring break. I mean, spring cleaning. Wait, it's not spring, it's winter. Why are you doing cleaning during winter time?
It's holiday cleaning because we're supposed to have the holiday get together for us here.
Okay, so visitors are coming. Yeah. So you're trying to make sure you put your best foot forward.
So you got an office, a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom at the least. That have to be top tier.
It's like, okay.
I can shut the door to my bedroom. There shouldn't be nobody going in my bedroom. I can shut the door to the boys' bedroom, because if they're in my boys' bedroom, I'm going to be questioning other issues. The half bath, you have to go through my room to get to it, so you're not going in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other room, it's not being used for anything but to hold printers and stuff right now, so there shouldn't be nobody down there. So if I get those 4 locations like I want them this weekend, then we'll be good for the holiday meet, greet, and everything. And I think we're not even going to do the whole big ham turkey thing. We're just going to do like finger sandwiches for everybody and some drinks.
Yeah, that would probably be for the best, really. And then of course, Christmas is but 2 weeks away, really. Like, give it this Friday and 2 weeks away, and there's Christmas already. This month has flew by. What?
Yeah, it's the 25th.
25th. Oh, okay. For some reason, my brain thought it was around the 30th. So it just shows where my mind's been. So yeah, literally next week. Literally next week.
Yeah.
My mind is not right here.
Yep. So
check me out right now, because I am not here.
I got a cabinet I gotta hang in one of the bathrooms.
I don't think they make libraries for guys.
What?
You said check me out right now because my brain isn't here. She said they don't make libraries for dudes. She's been looking for the one to return certain dudes, but they ain't taking it back. Ow! They said this novel's too old and dusty. Ow!
So spacey. Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah, we're okay. Get this. Okay, I don't know when or how or what. I've always wanted. I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to make my house a little bit more energy efficient, and also not use so much power while living in the house. Because electricity is something we all use, right? But me, being that what I do for a living, off my regular job now, because I can't really say streaming is my main job because I don't get paid very much, is streaming, which you need a lot of power to do so. And I've been always wanting to get solar panels for a home whenever I live in one. I want to get solar panels so I can go. I can't say off the grid because a lot of states don't allow you to go off the grid. They'll let you go off the grid somewhat, and what remaining energy you don't use with your solar panels or whatever, you can just sell to the to the state, and they'll reuse that energy to give to some other person, right? So like it's like, hey, I'm now completely solar panel. I will sell what power I don't use to you, and then the rest of it will be for me in my home. And I got a call yesterday, and we've just been waiting. Every single call we're getting, we've been almost answering because we're just keeping hoping that some good news from the bank or from the realtors or whatever, right? And
Right.
I thought they had our number, or at least my number, and and then I get a phone call, picked up my wife's phone, and it's a solar panel people
Yep.
trying to sell solar panels to my house. I'm like,
I get
what?
them every day.
Like,
I get a phone call from Sun Pro Solar every day.
Like, how'd you get my number? How'd you know I wanted it? And also, right back to this first question. Well, how'd you get my number? I don't remember. Like, you must have like signed up or put something in there for because you was interested in solar panels. Yeah, I was looking at solar panels on like Amazon. I wasn't looking at solar panels on like some kind of like off-grid website and then putting my phone numbers down and going, hey, call me when I have a home. It was just, I looked at Amazon, seeing how much the solar panels were, and like converters, you need converted, and then lithium battery banks, whatnot. I'll probably get like, honestly, I'll probably get some, probably some used lithium batteries from like maybe a broken Tesla or something like that. Some kind of thing that I can store batteries in it or power in it, because I don't want to buy some pre-made little box of lithium batteries, because those things are gonna either cost an arm and a leg, or they don't have a lot of storage on them. So I want to probably like make one myself, but I'm not very good at electrician. I will learn. So yeah, I get a call from that, and it makes me feel like sometimes I feel like Amazon and Facebook and other things. Like, I can't tell you how many things I've gotten like mortgage, mortgage little deals coming my way since we've been looking at home stuff and talking about homes lately. It's like, is Facebook and Amazon literally like listening?
Nope.
And
no, it's called the internet, and it's what's listening to everything you do.
It's kind of like scary, honestly, because it's not like I'm going out there and announcing it to the world. Well, technically I am right now on podcasts, but that's not the point. It's not like I'm going to these companies and just telling them, hey, I'm interested in what you got. Show me what you got. Like, it's not a handshake here. This is just me doing a little bit of research, and then my number somehow gets in there.
Well, I mean, that's how it works. Like I said, I get a call from them every day. You know when mine started? Because I did the same thing. I went out there and looked at what it would take to get solar panels here. I even had a company tell me, I'm sorry, you can't have it because you have too many trees in your vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that should have been the end of it. No, every day, like clockwork, every day, to the point that I have the number memorized and can look at it and go and know exactly who it is when they call. I know the girl's name. I know all kinds of shit about this lady. Every day. All day. Stealthy's been in the car when we're riding down the road. On vacation. Phone rings. This is Sun Pro Solar. We're calling you about your interest in solar panels. Bitch, I told you no. You told me no. Your company said, you can't have it. And you still calling.
Which makes no sense because there's not really that many trees around us.
Yes, but that's how that works.
It's kind of ridiculous, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it should, because it is a weird feeling to know that somebody out there knows that just because you clicked on a picture of a solar panel that you're interested in solar panels. Yeah. What can I say? It's how things go. I I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, other than you need to block some numbers, bro, because you get ready. They're coming over and over and over again. I've never been so hounded in my life as I have been ever since I looked at information on a fucking solar panel. Those people are legit trying to get some damn solar panels out there.
Yeah, it's
Even
like
if they tell you no, they gonna call you.
like it's not that I'm not interested. I just, for one thing, if I ever get solar panels on my place, I want it to go with me when I move. It's just one of those things. It's an investment for a home.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that.
Mm.
Then that also dictates where you can move to.
Yeah,
Because you can't take that shit just anywhere. You
Yes.
ain't moving out in the middle of the forest somewhere and thinking you're going to get solar panels. No, trees block sunlight, brother.
yeah, but it's not like they don't have to worry about the states whether or not they allow it to recognize it. Some states, like I said, don't allow for it. Some states do allow for it, but you have to get the electricity back to them. And some states, like Texas, you can be completely off the grid and they won't say a thing. Like you could literally be running off rainwater and
the size of a damn country. They don't give a shit.
yeah, but like that's freedom right there. I'm sorry, like you hate on Texas all you want, but imagine living purely off rainwater that's been filtered like 3-4 times, and then solar power, and that's it. Like that's all you.
Can you imagine the first time there's a drought?
Well,
no rain, or the first time a tornado comes through and your panels are somewhere in the next state.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you're putting yourself in a good spot. Love you.
Love you. Have Michael Bless's gift.
It's called a generator. You better own one.
Yeah, I would imagine generators would be good, or in a large battery storage. So when you do have that,
I mean,
blocking out the sun for several days.
I'm not hating on clean energy. Clean energy is a good thing. It's better for the planet. It's better for the environment. But there's a lot of shit that goes in that you better be planning for.
Yeah.
You don't have solar panels, you better go ahead and factor in the cost of a generator, because there's going to be days, there's going to be weeks where there ain't nothing but clouds in the damn sky.
Yeah. I watched this one YouTube channel that's a family of now four, husband and wife, and two daughters, I want to think. But anyways, and they're completely off the grid in Texas, but they live out in the woods, but they have like a pretty open area out in the woods, and it's like there's trees, but like they're not really close by, needless to say, and they have like a whole rack out in their yard that's like 2 layers of solar panels, and they have 3 industrial, like, I don't know what you call them, like barrels. They're you can't even put your arms around them. They're huge, and they just filled it with rainwater. And they store all the rainwater in it. And those things are filled up to the brim, and the solar panels empower like everything that they have in their house. And like, only thing I would be worried about with that kind of thing is just the internet. How good the internet would be. Satellite's not that great yet.
It's going to be shitty if you're out in the middle of nowhere, because there's no hard lines run out there.
Mm-hmm.
And point to point sucks. So basically, you got to run a tower up, set up a point to point to somebody or some town, some business that's willing to set up a point to point aim back at you.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to give you this thing, and I want you to face it. Let me see. Let me get some, naval or military training of direction, and just put in that direction until I call you and say, a little to the left, a little bit more. All right, good.
Well, 'cause, I mean, I know a little bit about point to point, because one of the facilities that we have where I work,
mm-hmm.
the offices were split over a 1 mile distance. So the office was in one place, the plant was a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
We literally had a point to point set up from the office to the plant for a year and a half, while we waited for somebody to put hardline in that could reach the plant.
I'd imagine just like a thick bit of rain and you're screwed.
Crap sucked.
Mm-hmm.
We had more issues. There were more times where, you had a heavy storm. Oh, well, the array is turned just a little bit. Somebody's got to go up there and calibrate it. Or, hey, we had a storm and we don't have an array anymore. Somebody in the next county over does.
That's always a pleasant thought.
Y'all can keep your racist motherfuckers over there, okay?
But yeah, I wouldn't mind being off the grid. It's just that would be the only problem. I would be like, does it have a landline somewhere or a pole with a cable to it? I doubt I'll be having fiber because fiber is just it's so limited. It's so limited in most places. And then can I get it installed in my place? That's all I would be worried about. As far as a country, I wouldn't be too happy about either, but it would make my wife happy for sure. She would love to live out in the country. Me, I
love to live in the country. I can't get no data out there worth 10 cents.
Yeah, the data would be the problem, and then also the constant, the constant driving, 20 to 30 minutes into town, maybe more, and then 20 to 30 minutes back home. It's like, that's a lot of gas money. And I like doing stuff every now and then. Just get the hell out the house. That's all I want to do sometimes.
Or if you live in
country, then technically you're fucking the environment because you're having to drive that much.
Yeah.
If you live, but the upside is, if you live in the country and you want to get the hell out the house, you can get the hell out the house and do whatever the hell you want to. Way the hell out there.
Yeah. Just go out there and just if I have a range, just start shooting, or get a dirt bike or some other, probably a little bit not appropriate things to do, but who cares? You're on your own property, wet in the woods. As long as you don't do anything that, it's crazy, like, bury some bodies. Of course, my wife brought that up. Yeah, my wife
you think all that's crazy? Ain't nothing crazier than what I had to do earlier this week. Or, no, this past weekend.
What was that?
I had to go shopping with my kids.
Oh, shit.
You understand the words coming out of my mouth? Shopping with my kids. Steffi's easy to go shopping with.
Yeah.
I love to go shopping with her. Because she's much like me. This is what we need. This is what we're going to go get. We're going to go ahead and get this. You going there with the kids? Well, I think no, but maybe, yeah, but do what they... look, man. You know who you shopping for. You know what they're like. Just pick something out already.
Yeah, we're at point A to point B. We're not trying the full alphabets here. We're going to where we need to, getting it, and then getting the heck out.
I will say this time was a better experience than normal.
Mm-hmm.
We took them to a location. We reminded them who they were shopping for. They got the items, and they got out.
Mm-hmm.
That was the good part. The bad part is we get out and one of them looks at me and says, "Oh shit, Dad, I forgot somebody." Okay. I forgot somebody that's with us. Oh, damn. How am I gonna work this out? This is when I just look at stuff and say, "Walk that way." Walk that way. I mean, you can't get more obvious than that. They forgot your gift. You need to leave so they can tell me what the hell they want to get you so I can get it. Okay? Walk away.
Walk away, ma'am. Walk away.
She'll do the same thing with me. We in the store. They like, we know we want to get Dad, but Dad's with us. She's just over there. I'm like, what? Come again?
Leave, sir, leave.
Yeah, so that was an experience, man. It was fun, but it was an experience. You hear me? Be like you trying to take your one of your kids in there and say, okay, you're gonna pick out the right chew toy for your brother now. Make sure you pick it out. And bitch goes through every chew toy in the damn bucket before he finds. Oh, look, the one at the very bottom is the one he wants.
It's the very last thing.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. Now it's the very first thing I found. Oh, you son of a gun.
Put it all back in the bucket to get to it. Yeah. So yeah, I see that that you've got a little conversation set up for one of the things that I was thinking and I had forgotten it. So Bebop.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. Now, this is pretty much all I can do really during this time to get my mind off. Is just watch TV shows and whatnot. And I did personally watch Cowboy Bebop. And
I started it. I didn't finish it yet, but I did watch the first think 3 episodes, 4
I-
episodes.
I stopped after episode 6 or 5 or 6, because it is, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Some people out there might think it's, you know, lit. It's cool. It's nice. They changed a few things, and I didn't particularly remember that, and I had to go back and check myself. I was right. And let's just say that what happened to Cowboy Bebop, which we'll get to in a couple of seconds, was warranted. Was very much warranted. And it's something me and you brought up several times. You don't screw over the fans, for one. The fans are what's going to get you there, right? You don't look for new fans. Don't look for new fans. You already have them. You already have the fans. You literally, all you gotta do is just do 1 for 1 if you want to, and you won't screw them over, and just do a good job at it, right? Don't screw with the fans. And 2, don't belittle them. Don't belittle your fans. I don't know what people think nowadays. I'm not going to try to go and start my stream and tell everybody you're a bunch of fucking idiots for not watching and being here in the podcast and watching my streams. I'm not going to go do that. Because then why would you come back? And why would you give me a shot if you're new or old?
Exactly. It's like another podcaster, I can't remember his name, not a podcaster, but streamer I seen the other day, made the mention. He's like, you know, one of his people came back and was like, I'm sorry I hadn't been here for a while. He's like, look, dude, I understand that real life happens, you know. I'm not going to sit here and complain to you because you weren't in my stream every time I stream. He's like, what good's that going to do? You're just not going to make you want to come back, 1. And 2, real life shit happens. What? So you get put in the hospital and I'm going to complain, oh, you were in the hospital, so you couldn't watch it. He's like, what kind of dick does that shit? You know, he just went off. And I was laughing. I was like, this sounds like a tirade from a grumpy right here. I mean, he just went off on that shit. Like, what kind of asshole in the world is going to sit there and complain about people that can't show up in their streams every time? Guys, life happens. We get that shit. Hey, I got 2 kids. Life happens. Okay? And nothing you can do about it. If you could be here, we would love for you to be here. Show your support. We appreciate it. You know, we got 3 viewers right now. We appreciate you guys. Okay? If you're not, if something happens, something comes up, don't feel bad. Your real life takes precedent. Your children, your wife, your spouse, your job, all that takes precedent.
Yeah, when you're done, then you come back. Then tell us all about it. But yeah, like that's something that I was like so confused at the beginning. Like there was that one actor, she gave people some flack and some trouble, and then come to find out later on the very thing she was giving people flack and trouble about, she's already done it before in a previous movie in the show. Says like, you've already wore something like worse than the main character is wearing, and far more, you know, provocative in a previous thing, and now that you're in this one, you're just gonna go nope. And it could have also because some of the costume designer, the woman that made the costume wasn't feeling the idea of the character, even though she's a fan fatale. It's like, okay, there's literally a martial art in Japan back in the feudal era where women would use their looks to tantalize men, to get them in a situation where they would be by themselves, and then they would kill them. They were assassins. They knew what they were doing, and that's what she did. She tantalized men, got them in situations where they dropped their guard, and then she took advantage of them because their guard was paying attention to something else rather than paying attention to their lives or their possessions. That's just using what you got to your advantage, not the opposite way around. Yes, you could be smart and you could be a strong woman, but you could also use what you got to get one over on people, and that's what she did. But yeah, she gave people flack, and like, you did that, and now people are gone. So all this is winding down to Cowboy Bebop, as of a couple days ago, has been officially canceled after 3 weeks. Ding, ding, ding. The fans have won. I saw this stuff coming. I did. I didn't see, after watching that many episodes, and I'm going, I'm trying. I tried to get, but they changed some characters, some plots, and the actors were not hitting it. There was only one actor doing a good job, in my opinion. And that was Jack Black. That brother, he surprised me. He did. He surprised me. And I didn't think he'd be good.
Everybody gives that poor man flack. Leave him alone.
Jack Black was good. He did a great job.
Yeah, the actor that played him.
I had so much problems with both the female character and our main protagonist, his love obsession, and I was like, y'all got this written all kind of crazy.
The main villain was a little like schizophrenia, like, emo. His emotions were like much more prevalent than the anime. The anime, he was mysterious. He was kind of like scary, but he was mischievous. He wasn't very much showing his emotions and his feelings and all that stuff like that. He was very, he was in the show. You would recognize him for his stone face and his stone attitude about everything, but he had no problems about killing the main protagonist, Spike. But at the same time, the woman, the love interest was she was a feminine, sweet, loving woman. She didn't have like, nope. In this version of her, she was the but kind of like, you could kind of tell she was supposed to be the upcoming mastermind. They were changing some things. And then the writer for the show pretty much just tells everybody, like, y'all missing out. She was going to become the main villain in the next season. I'm like, she's not supposed to be the villain. She can be the villain in your own version of it, but the show that you're copying this off of, she's not the main villain. She's not. She's just a girl that's caught up in between some bad tidings, and the main villain wants her, but she wants Spike, but they can't be together because the main villain will kill Spike. It's a bunch of it's like a what's the word for it? Like, it's 3 people in a love triangle.
A love triangle.
Yeah, they changed some things. From scenes to characters to attitudes to their personalities. Just, it was so much change to it, and you wonder why, like, they didn't work, and then you antagonize your fan base. Just, you're biting the hand that feeds you. You're going, please watch. People watch. They hated it. That's pure and simple. So I don't know. And then some people there might be saying that this might be the end of live action adaptations, which I had to kind of agree. Like, at this point, there's been I can literally count all the good live action adaptations of anime on one hand. At this point, Netflix, you just give up because you don't got it. I don't think they got it.
I don't know.
Because we got.
I don't know that it's so much as Netflix as it is just a general consensus of how people want to take something and change it. If they had done this Cowboy Bebop and they had done it, say, set after the original storyline, it would have been fine. Nobody would have cared because it's okay. It's not based off of anything. It would have been great.
Yeah.
But they have a tendency that when they look at stuff and they say, okay, we're going to do a live adaptation of an anime. Well, we expect a live adaptation. In our minds, that means you're going to take an anime that we watched that has a plot that we know, and you're going to make it with live action people. Some adjustment is required. There's no doubt about that. You know that as well as I do. But changing entire plot lines, that affects your fan base. If you're going to do that, you need to call it like Cowboy Bebop something else. Some other little something after it, so they understand it. There's going to be differences, you know.
Differences and
Halloween.
Yes, Halloween is a great example. So, Halloween, the original Halloween movies versus the new Halloween movies. Okay? So, in the original Halloween movies, you know, Laurie Strode was, let me see how if I remember this properly.
Her brother is the killer, Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers was I could be wrong, chat. If I'm wrong, that's fine. But I believe was somehow her brother. Okay.
yeah.
In the new Halloween series, he is not her brother. He is something else to her, whether it has something to do with asphyxiation, I can't remember. But he's stuck on her family in particular. Okay? He specifically goes after granddaughter and daughter of Laurie Strode. Okay? So, they made those movies, but if you notice at the end of the title Halloween in the new movies, there's something that comes after it to let people know. This is not the original Halloween. This is our adaptation of that Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay? We changed some stuff. That worked. I'm fine with that. I watched both of them and enjoyed both of them immensely. Okay? No, I enjoyed the new ones. Now, the one that I did hate was, I can't remember, I think it was Halloween
H2O.
3 with the masks, which made absolutely no friggin' sense whatsoever. How the hell does some mind-altering masks play into the first couple of movies? They never said his mask was hooked up with one of those things. They never said his mask was hooked up with one of those things after that. But for some damn reason, somebody decided to, we're just going to stick this random ass.
No, the one you didn't like was H2O because I explained the mask one to you, and then you were like, okay, I just wish they had actually, laid it out that way.
They didn't lay it out at all. So it didn't make sense to people. H2O was weird because in H2O, he finds Laurie and her son at the college. Okay, so somehow we go from previous movies where Laurie had a daughter, which had a little girl, which was his niece, which is the little girl he chases in some of the movies.
Yeah.
Now Laurie has a son. The fuck? That's not like, oh, I want to be, multi-gender. That's complete fucking person, body build, everything. You were a female? No. Kick your ass to curb. Now you're a dude. Huh? The hell?
It seems like they just change whatever they want really to
And they do that in a lot of shows. They do it in a lot of shows. And the only thing you can do is grin and bear it because there's nothing else you can do. They're going to change what they want to change. They're fixing to do a Resident Evil reboot movie. It's supposed to be truer to the games. I'm fine with that. Okay, but here's my issue. You gave me great Resident Evil movies. Granted, they weren't the truest to the games, but they were good content.
Yeah.
Now we're going to reboot back to the game. Make up your mind. Which way are we doing this? Are we going with a new adaptation and keeping the flow going and it's nice and it's cool? Or are we going back to the game and now everybody's got to relearn shit all over again?
I'm of a mind if somebody just does a live action, of a thing, and someone just does it true to to whatever subject matter at least one time, and show like, hey, if you do it right and you stay true to the source, the fans will, one, show up, and two, you'll see, like, hey, this can work between us. This is something we would like.
Okay, there is somewhat of a precedent for that right now.
Sonic?
Believe it or not, Netflix did it, and it's called Witcher.
Close, yes.
The first season was close. That's why everybody loved it so much. Okay? So it's not that it can't be done. It's not even that I think that it's the company that's putting it out. I think it is more along the writers sitting there going, okay, so now I have this opportunity to take this really big known thing and make it my own.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to be famous, but what they don't realize is when they say make it my own and they start making all these changes, they're screwing themselves.
Yeah.
But they're a writer. I have to put my flavor on it. I get this. If you're wanting to put your flavor on something, put it on something new. Or at least televise it or market it as a different version of said item.
Yeah, call it a remix. Like, just put it in the title.
Something like that. But they won't do it. Because if you call it a remix or you call it something else or version 2.0 or whatever, to them, it's no longer going to pull the original fans, so they're not going to get that instant gratification. Yeah,
it's like, this is my version of it, and people will immediately go, nope, the fuck out. And I had to kind of like that too, because if you had told me He-Man would have turned out the way it did, even in season 1 and in season 2, I would have no fucked out the entire thing. And that was just like, why? Like, you didn't even like tell you said it was going to be 1-to-1. It's going to be just like the original. It's just be just great. You lied to us. If I would known it, I would have known the fuck out.
I mean, I don't have a problem if you tell me you're going to make Cowboy Bebop remix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you go and change some plot stuff. I'm fine with that. I knew going into it that you were changing stuff.
Yeah, I gave it a shot. I did give it a shot, and I wasn't happy. But the one character that surprised me was Jack Black. He did a great job at the voice. I don't know, like, he's a voice actor or not. Great job at the voice. Personality wise, I thought he was hitting the daddy vibes. Like, he was the dad of the ship, but he was also dad to his daughter. So, you know, he played the good father role.
Yeah, he did a good job. But, I mean, I wish I could remember, now that I think about it, there was a show that I watched. Oh, it was an Altered Carbon. It's an animated version, or should I say more CGI version of Altered Carbon. It's another season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest, dude, it was pretty banging. It didn't focus around the same character that it normally does. Focused around a chick who wakes up in a fucking alley and has no memory of who she is. All she knows is she's badass because she can do some shit. Okay? And I was fine with that because when they marketed it, they laid it out right there. You know, hey, this is going to follow a different character. This is kind of what's going on with her when you start. You know that it's not the same normal Altered Carbon. You're not waiting to see the dude wake up and go, what body is my stack in now? You know, you're not waiting. You're not waiting for that.
So yeah, it is a sad thing, but it's one of those things. I'm just hoping this season of Netflix they keep up the good with The Witcher, which comes out supposedly what I read on the 17th of this week. Hoping they stay true to the story. They don't keep on and trying to tweak it to the modern era. I'm sorry. There's just some things that don't resonate with a lot of people. And if you go out the source, like I wish I had a bigger voice. I really do. I wish I had a bigger voice. So when I say something, they would actually be able to give me an ear a moment of their ear to listen. But Netflix, if this somehow gets to any employees at Netflix, which you probably never will, let's just say it does. If you screw up this season, you screw it up for years to come. This will not be what you want it to be and become another Game of Thrones.
It's not a Netflix issue. It's a writer issue.
Yeah, but then Netflix hires the writers, and the writers go, I want to be a grad student out of college that just got my writer degree, and I want to change something and put my mark on the world. No!
Yeah.
Bad!
Sure.
Leave the author and the book alone, and you just direct it and do a good job at that, and know your source. That's what happened to what was it? Game of Thrones. What's happened to that one? Like, they knew how it was gonna end, but the ending, I don't know anybody like the ending of Game of Thrones.
No, but that's the way it rolls.
And
I mean,
that ruined a lot of people's, like, you know, overall, like, future goals, because weren't they supposed to, like, do like a prequel to the show?
I think so.
And
you
then
know that Amazon has been throwing around for years, for a couple of years now, I know, of doing a Lord of the Rings live action TV series.
I think I vaguely remember that, and I think a lot of people were talking about it at one point, and they weren't very happy with the wording direction of it, even though they haven't really put it in stone just yet.
So
the point is that all the writers are all gonna do that because they want to make their mark. Because otherwise, how the fuck are they gonna stand out? Because there are a ton of them.
Yeah, and if I was a writer, which I would never be, so I can't say this would how it should be or could be. But if I was a writer and I was writing a TV show, and the TV show was a live action or a TV show of a book or whatnot, I pretty much at that point know, it's like, hey, if all the work's already done for me, what am I doing here at this point? I don't really know. I guess to try to make the scene more flushed out.
No, you have to. You can't take anything straight from what its original was and do live action. There has to be some adaptation. That's why they hire writers.
Yeah,
I mean, you can look at any movie that was ever made from a comic book or a cartoon, anything, and there's going to be adaptations in it. It's more about how you make the adaptations flow with the original content.
Yeah, because if you change too much, you won't be able to get the business like the Cowboy Bebop girl. Like,
I mean, imagine this. Here you go. They hired a writer when they did the very first Batman movie.
Yeah.
How much information's out there on Batman? There's plenty of work done for him already. But he still has to make certain things work, because in real life you can't do some of the shit that you can do in a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
That's what his job is. He also knew that, turning Alfred the butler into some chick somewhere would probably be a very bad idea. It's balance. It's not that you don't make adaptations. Of course you have to make adaptations. Make the adaptations. But make it flow. If not, make the shit a remix of some sort so that people understand this is not the same old dreary thing. I mean, look at Dune. Dune's a good example. Read the books, make the movie. My personal opinion, the current adaptation of Dune is more accurate to the books than any of the two incarnations that come before.
Oh yeah. Like those old ones are a little rough around the edges, but I don't know if it was just a day and era or what, or doesn't this guy did a great job, but he did right by the fans, and that will give him more work later on. The chick that did the writing for the Cowboy Bebop, it's gonna be hard for her to get another job because they're gonna see. Wait, you did a TV show and it was canceled after the first season. Why should we hire you? Like you changed so many things to piss off some of your fans.
That's not the way television companies view things, though. She might have a job tomorrow.
Give her another shot of ruining something else.
Oh, they'll just look at it and say, okay, well, you have written a television show.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the air. You have experience doing this.
And you have controversy on top
And you have controversy on it, which is just going to draw attention to whatever the hell you do for us.
Oh man. Yeah, drama stuff. That I really would like just TV shows and YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff to people stop drawing off the dramas. Like, rather than just making something good and people looking at it as from the lens of, that was awesome, that's amazing, I want more of that. They go, ooh, controversy, drama. Like, what? Just focus on the good shit.
Controversy sells, man.
That's so bad.
The human animal sees conflict and looks at it. If an ambulance goes by your apartment right now with the siren going off, what do?
I actually happened yesterday and I sat there. I didn't move. I didn't care.
99.9% of the people on this planet would have looked out the window.
We had people yesterday fighting in front of our apartments. And, of course, my wife jumps up. What's going on outside? I'm like, some people fighting. And she's like, oh, like, I can't see them. So I got up and, like, just looked out there and went, two dudes just fighting. That's it. I went back sitting down. They're still fighting. She's like, I wonder what they're fighting about. I'm like, I don't care. Let them have at it. As long as they don't start shooting, I don't care.
If it's drama and it's not happening to you, then it's interesting. That's the way the human animal works, bro.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that's how we are.
It's so bad.
I mean, it's so bad that even countries work that way. Countries sit in their own little holes and they do their own thing, and then the war breaks out over here. Now every country's looking. What the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Fuck it, we're going to get in the middle of this shit. Let's go ahead and send some people over there. Yeah, now we in this shit. We know what's really going on. And it's large scale, small scale, it don't matter.
I mean, take Trump and his tweets for 4 years.
Oh yeah, he pissed off plenty of people.
I mean, shit.
I just... Okay, if you could, let's just play a mental experiment here. If you could take a TV show or a book, and you would write it yourself, what would it be, and how close to the material would you go for? Let's just say, like, your one book that's like 6 books that you talk about all the time. You did that one.
I would do that.
Would you change anything?
I would not change plot. I would not change character. The only things I would change in that for a live action adaptation of it would be some of the abilities would have to be slightly altered, because you cannot make those abilities you can't do justice to them outside of animation or digital.
For me, if it was a live action, its characters are sometimes in TV shows or even book are a little exaggerating. And having an actor play that character in that manner can be a little off-putting, little what's the word for it? Cringy, right? It doesn't make sense in real life. And if it's a comic book or an anime, like, you can let go a little bit of disbelief. Like, okay, it's a cartoon. They're a little wild and crazy and wacky, whatnot, or they're portrayed that in the book. But in a real person, it just, like, you really, you gotta sell it a little bit more tamed, but still go off the point of, like, this person isn't all, their faculties are not quite there.
Well, some of that is on your recruitment staff now, because if your recruitment staff is not looking for people that both physically and mentally is capable of playing the character, then you have an issue anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like the original Hulk. For those of us that are older than dirt, Lou Ferrigno was a great Hulk. He was a giant man. Now, could you imagine that recruiter that hired him hiring somebody the size of Keanu Reeves to play the Hulk? He'd have been a damn fool. But they do that shit constantly because what they're looking for is, can he make the voice? Can he make the eye contact? Is he capable of making the lines?
Yeah.
You know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. But can we find somebody that has the ability to both look the part and play the part instead of one or the other? Because we have that problem. There's plenty of actors, young actors, still trying to get into business that are built for characters and have the mental capability to play them from a mental standpoint, but they don't get a shot because they're not a big name actor or they can't they haven't ever been in anything that anybody knows or something. Oh, I get that. Okay, I got that. But if I've got Mr. 5-time Emmy nominated blah 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 over here, and yeah, he's mentally capable of playing the character and stuff, but he's the size of a twig. But I got Mr. New Guy over here that is both physically built and mentally capable. Why am I getting Mr. 5-time?
The name sells rather than the character selling the character or the actor selling the character.
And I understand that, but my point is a lot of the shortcomings in some of these shows isn't just the writers; it's the pick of the person playing the character.
The casters.
I mean, if you were watching, let's say they made a live adaptation of Genshin, okay, and you're looking, and you put this show up, and let's say our new guy, Mr. Arataki Ito. You see, you look at his character now, you can obviously tell this guy is not a small fella. He's built good. But if you watch this show and you get this guy that can talk like him and visibly give mannerisms like him, but he's like the smallest thing ever with no muscles, are you going to be happy?
I wouldn't. Even
if he is Mr. 5-time Emmy nominee, no, you're not happy because he's not doing the character justice.
Yeah.
But if you log in and even you've never seen this actor before in your life, but he's built the right way, he's got the right attitude, and he can pull off the mannerisms, you're suddenly completely happy. Why? Because it's true to your character.
Now, I would say for like somebody like Spike from back Cowboy Bebop, he's supposed to be according to the official information, he is supposed to be like 6 foot tall, skinny as a rail, and yes, most animes are presented, not all, but most animes are presented as a to the Japanese audience. They're supposed to be Asian as well, but to Americans, we see Asian, black, white, Hispanic. We see all kinds of cultures, and I was kind of like, like I said, I was surprised by Jack Black, the character, because he was a brother in this one, which I'm like, okay, a little weird, not really true to the anime, but I'll give him a shot, and I was surprised. Why could it not just did the same thing for Spike? They could have got a, skinny, tall. If you wanted to make him white, but people have been complaining that he was whitewashed. Not many Asian guys are 6 foot tall. There's a few of them. I've been to Japan. I know they exist, but there's not that many of them. But I would have been pulled in a little bit more if they got someone a little bit younger, like he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be in his 20s, and he's supposed to be tall and skinny. And so, like, some of the fighting choreography, like, the dude could do some of the moves. Like, he wasn't a bad martial artist kind of moving kind of guy, but some of the scenes, like it felt very choreographed. You know, very very choreographed. You could see the moves coming a mile away. Like it doesn't feel as free flowing as Bruce Lee's. Like he's supposed to be portraying. Like he's supposed to be that art style that there's no move wasted when he's kicking. He's doing another move and blocking another move. He's punching at the same time. It's supposed to be very flowy, but it was very stiff, and you just sometimes you gotta be willing to go outside your box to be able to meet the character, but the character they were trying to go for without getting like you said, you like drama, man. They could have got drama by making the character a white guy, and there would have been drama all over it. I almost could guarantee you that you would have whitewashing and anime, man. People get ticked off about that. And me, I didn't care. Like, I even watched Ghost in the Shell, and I didn't think it was a terrible movie. It was great at the beginning. I don't know if you watched the Ghost in the Shell movie.
I did. It had Scarlett Johansson in it.
Yeah, at the beginning of it, it was great. I mean, they were doing awesome. And at the end, they went, let's tweak up everything. I went, whoa, this is... Where are you going with this? You were doing so good at the beginning, and in the end, you just dropped it. It's still a good movie. I still enjoyed it. Especially the beginning. Like, you just take the last, I don't know, 30 minutes or 45 minutes out the movie, I would have been satisfied as hell. Like, that would have been like, I'm happy now. I know what this is, how this ends. That was great. It wouldn't ended, right? Because it would have been like the rest of the story, like, where's the rest of it? But I would still have been satisfied compared to, like, the last 45 minutes. That's what killed it for me. But she was whitewashed, and I think Scarlett Johansson did a good job. I think she did
a great job.
Yeah, I think she did it. She's not supposed to be a very, emotional character. She's supposed to be kind of like a little bit of a stone-faced kind of character. She has a little bit of, jokes here and there, but she doesn't come out off as the jokester. She comes off the serious, military type. That's a little bit of a military. I don't know how to word it here, but just a little bit dry. That's the best I can say. So yeah, I can see Scarlett playing the character very well, and looked very well, and of course CGI was very good, and there's a lot of stuff there that was really good. I would have loved it if they would have probably done that for Spike, and I would have been a lot more pleasantly happy. But let's go back to the Genshin Impact and the new release. I haven't get to play it yet. Have you get to play it yet?
The new release, as in which part?
The characters and the story. The story.
I have done the test run. I have not done the story for him yet. Mm-hmm. I have it queued up and ready to go. I haven't done that yet, but I have done the story. I mean the test run. I enjoyed his test run immensely. Mm-hmm. I believe you will too.
Oh yeah.
He's fun. He's very fun. He lends himself very much to my play style, which is getting up in something's face and beating its face in.
It's not as quick as you like, but it's...
I did... Shit, he's faster than you think he is.
That's good. I like hearing that.
Faster than you think he is. I would hazard to say he's faster than probably any Claymore user I got other than Sayu, because she's tiny and has a tiny sword.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't know, man. I like him a lot. I didn't think that I was going to, but I do. I am poised in a very good position to make him a part of my group if luck holds out.
Yeah, I would like to make him part of a group.
He works well alone. He works even better with more Geos in the party.
Oh yeah.
He's a beast. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about his character's personality yet, because I hadn't done the storyline for him. I have a soft spot for A, and I feel like he's going to be one of those characters that's kind of like an opposing force to the A thing.
Yeah.
Even though she's like corrected the vision hunt and all that shit, and it's gonna be hard.
I like the when it comes to shows. I've always found out I like the sarcastic assholes. I do. I like the sarcastic assholes. I like the characters like they're a little bit full of themselves in some ways, but they know
This
that they're not
guy
the
definitely full of himself.
yeah. Like they think they think they're great, but they know they're not.
You leave him standing on the field for very long, and he literally whips out a comb and combs his hair. He's so full of himself.
So yeah, that's why I really liked Iron Man. Like he was just a sarcastic asshole, but like
I liked Iron Man. I guess I'm more picky about the sarcastic assholes.
I
have a problem with people being assholes after a fact. You know, like she fixed shit. Don't be an asshole now. She fixed it. Somebody's already showed her the error of her ways. Don't be fucking with her. Okay?
I did it already for you, down boy. But speaking of Mihoyo and Genshin Impact, I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but the publisher of Genshin Impact, as you well know, is Mihoyo, right?
Yep.
Mihoyo has the rights of it, and Mihoyo is based where? In China.
Yeah.
And in China has a bit of a rule, and some of the rules are enforced by law. You cannot change it. You cannot fight it. You have to do it.
I know. We had sites in China.
Yeah. So people don't understand this, and I try to get this some people's cross some people's mind. China does not allow for certain things in people's video games. Don't care if you made it. If they say no, you are not doing it. And one of the things that some people don't understand, and I hate to put this out there, China isn't really about freedom. So, like showing off, LGBTQ stuff in this stuff, China's like, no, that is not happening. They will not allow it. That's no go. And one of the things that people are upset about, because China's trying to I forget what it's called, but the group is trying to get Mihoyo to change a lot of characters. Some of the male characters, some of the I forget the arc, the god that's a poetry. What's his name?
You're talking about Venti.
Yes, Venti. Venti, according to the Chinese eyes, is a little too feminine. Right, he's a little too feminine. Some people see him and go, "Is that a girl or a guy?" It's a dude. Some people question that. Maybe I don't look at that and say that's a girl or that's a guy. I just see I see him and go, "That's a dude." Right? That's how I felt when I first saw him. I didn't think, "Oh, it's a very pretty guy." But they told Mihoyo, "You have to change that. And you make all men look like men and all women look like women." And I get that, right? But they don't let that. And in any shipping that you might have out there, folks, girl on girl, they won't allow that. Guy on guy, they will not allow that by law. And if you do it, you will be arrested and you'll be not seen for years. So that's just what it is. They're not about freedom. So what Mihoyo is doing, they're moving their publisher from Communist China to now Singapore, which is outside of their domain. So they'll be able to do more stuff and maybe do some more things to make fans happy and not have to change their characters. So I think this is a good thing. Like,
yeah, I think it's a fine move. I have a problem with anybody that's gonna impose stuff on someone's creation.
Yeah, it's a fantasy world.
Genshin is a completely, I'll see. The story of Genshin and the characters of Genshin are, for the most part, original to that company. They should not be forced to change any perceptions on their characters or the way their characters are designed because some guy sitting in some building decided he didn't like, woo, this guy looks like a girl. He's kind of cute. Oh, wait, I shouldn't be thinking that. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's like if the company's making China money, then wouldn't you want that? I know
But,
money speaks pretty
you know,
loudly, but
if they're gonna move to Singapore to keep from having to be put under the thumb of someone else, to me, that's good on Mahoyo. That's them standing up for themselves and their fans, saying, "Nah, we ain't doing that shit."
I'm actually surprised that they let them. Like, I don't know what laws there because I don't live there, but I just know your freedom is not very much your freedom. But that I digress. I'm surprised they're going, wait, you want to move that to Singapore? Oh, go ahead. Like, we don't care. But you care about that, the other stuff so much. But now that they're moving the publisher to outside your country, now you don't care. Huh. But the MiHoYo's still in China, right? Yes, it is. But the publisher for the game is going to be in Singapore, a subsidiary company, a sister company. Yes. But they're going to still have the same stuff. Like, it's still going to be MiHoYo, the story, the gameplay, all stay the same. As long as that happens, right, I'm cool. Like, just don't change up the story, like, from the original ideas that they already have set forth. Don't change it in the characters from which they already have. Add new characters. And then later on, you want to ship two of the characters together. You know, you want to, you know, I don't really care, right? As long as you make the game still fun, you make the game still enjoyable, storyline's still there.
Wrong. There's already insinuations to some ships.
Yeah, like Amber and a certain other tall, linky mother, Mama. Yeah, a lot of people ship that. And me, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you're breaking my heart here. It's a video game. I have other characters I like. If you want to do that, sure, have at it. But I won't be like, you know, I wouldn't be singing from the rafters, you know, going, yay! But I'm just like...
With the whole shipping thing, no offense to anybody that does ship and shit. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Stop putting shit there.
Yeah.
Now, if you say, hey, I ship this because I think they would be good together, hey, I'm all for that. But, like, people getting all up in arms because how dare you even suggest she would be interested in somebody else, or how dare you suggest they would be interested in somebody else. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, not Facebook, Twitter is all about that. There's been plenty of people going, I ship this character with this character, and I don't care what you think. And someone immediately goes, but is it in the game? Is it in the mangas? And is it anywhere? No, but it's my character. And then when someone else says, hey, I think that character is pretty attractive. Don't you dare think my character is attractive. That's my character. They swing my way. It's like, it's a video game, for one. It's not real.
Everybody that was lucky enough to wish and get that character, it's everybody's fucking character. Deal.
Yeah. So just drop that, you know, charade as if like you have any weights. Like if I say for any reason Bennett and Mona is not together and that's my canon, doesn't mean Bennett and Mona is not together. It's like it's nowhere in the story. And if they want to put it in the story, that's them.
That just means that in your mind, that's the characters you think fits the best.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with having your own opinion.
Which I'm not saying it does. I'm just throwing out two examples. So
if we're gonna go that far, far,
I think it would be Mona and Kaya. Just saying, they got kind of the same personality. Just saying.
Point of it's my character and shit. The people that relate the most to that character would then have say so. Like in my case, no offense, I'm very much kind of like a Eula in a sense because of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Would I want to be shipped with another female? No, hell no. Fuck y'all. But at the same time, I don't give a shit. Yes, I relate to Eula. If you think her and Amber would get along, I kind of see that. If they ever, went into a romantic thing. But if they want to say, oh, well, it's my character because I relate more to them or I'm more attracted to them, they're like, well, too bad, too sad. Now you're in love.
It's for instance, if you look at canon, Genshin canon at that, and look at the people that Genshin has said is technically a love interest possible for the Traveler. It's not the people you think it is.
No, it isn't. And of course, there's Mona does have
one of them is an ice princess.
Yeah.
That has a sword. That's very reserved.
and and Mona does have a love interest in the game, and I know who it is, but like it's just one of those things you get to read in their backstories and reading their characters and read some of the mangas they have out there, which there are mangas out for them. I haven't read all of them yet. I'd like to at some point. They're on their Mojo's website for anybody's interested, and I can get behind that because like that's what the writer wanted to do.
If I'm shipping any of those characters with anybody, it ain't no damn digital character. I'm shipping them with me.
True and real. So it's.
I mean, hey, why you want to ship someone with someone else? What the hell is that shit?
I'm alive and I'm real, damn it,
baby. Who you gonna ship with in Genshin?
What do you mean?
Who would you ship with in Genshin?
You would I date in Genshin?
Yeah, what male character? One just popped in your mind. I know it did. Which one?
No, I didn't.
Which one?
I'm trying to male characters. Can you give me a second? Okay, so there's Venti, there's Zhongli, there's Arataki, though now.
D-Luke.
Bennett, D-Luke,
D-Luke.
Kaya. Yep, because you like them gingers. D-Luke or Kaya? Me?
I like the brothers. The brothers. Okay?
Me?
Brothers.
Me in a heartbeat. I would be the Thunder God's bitch. Or Tammy's just because she's sweet and I need to break her out of her reserved shell.
Aww.
I like a challenge.
Well, mine would be either Noelle or Mona. Whatever it gave me first.
Let's be honest. It would be Noelle and it'd make you Mona.
So yeah, it's just one of like, I'm glad that companies are doing that, right? I think like I'm glad the game made even though it's kind of weird, but made the reward. I don't know if you got all the Primo gems, but they gave everybody a bunch of Primo gems in the game because they won best mobile game of the year, which rightly so, I think.
Yeah,
but I think that it's more than that.
You missed the PlayStation deal? They won the PlayStation shit too.
What they win for PlayStation?
What was it? The best open world MMO?
No, I don't remember what it was, but
they won something for PlayStation. That's why you got 3,200 total.
So they got PlayStation award and a game award. That's pretty cool. Nintendo, you missed out because you won't release it on Nintendo Switch. Why? I still don't understand that. I feel like it has to be China. I'm hoping when they move it, the publisher to Singapore, they go and make some deal with Japan so they can get the game on the Switch because it's been way too long. It should be on the Switch like 2 years ago. It's been only out for a year now, but I feel like it should be out like 2 years ago. But anyways, I'm looking forward to playing it. We'll be playing it later on. Links down below at twitch.tv/GriffenBear. Want to come check me live? It'll be live within the hour or so. I'm gonna go make me some food before that, and because I'm hungry, don't know what I'm gonna make just yet. Maybe a Wagyu beef burger. My wife bought me some Wagyu beef with a gift card she got from her job.
What you can do with your Wagyu beef, damn it.
Yeah, food everywhere is kind of scarce, and like me, I don't really care because right now I'm mostly feeling living off right now is sandwich meats and bread and ramen noodles. Like, that's my 3 staples I've been eating for the past, ever since I found out I've been getting evicted from this place so we can save money.
All right, man. Well, you need to go eat something and get your stream going. I gotta go fix something so I can get her stream going.
But anyways, be sure to tell your friends about this. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Do it! Do it now! Hit the right button. Down there. Yeah, okay. Now the like button. All right, thank you. And then leave a comment. Do you think Cowboy Bebop should have a season 2? What would you like to see in live action? And how are you looking forward to The Witcher? And I hope I see you next time. I hope I have some good news next week. Maybe. Please be sure to hit the GoFundMe and share it around. And if you want to watch this or listen to this on the app, I forget the name. Is my wife literally told me. Did I tell you the name of the app?
You told me, but I don't remember it either.
God given.
Starts with a C.
Yeah, it's all I remember. It's not Comcast.
Comcast. We're on Comcast. Damn, I didn't know we got sponsored. Shit, when did that happen?
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if she's a response to me fast enough. But if you want to listen to there, I'll hope we have the information here quickly. So if you want to get the app and listen to the digital or the audio play of this thing, be sure to go there, wherever there is. She's not going to respond to me fast enough. I know she's not. And the problem is, like, she literally just told me yesterday or so. And then and of course, she told me before she went to work, and I'm just a moron. Did I post it up anywhere? I might have posted up on the Discord, but no, it's on the Discord. Well, there goes that idea. Oh, Castbox. There it is. She did respond. Wow, she's actually fast today. But as always, you have a good day. Have a good night. As always, please, have a good life. Much love, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye. Bye.